get clear, if it's in the health in your life, being healthy really mean to you? How will you know? And is being healthy a moving target? And if it's a moving target, then you don't have a true end result. It's a process. When you are in that feeling tone and you know yourself as that place, that's the solidness. You need to be able to spike the vision in the ground. You spare it. I love what Terry Ann does when she gets those aspects of those visions of herself. I was talking to her about getting into that higher frequency, and I said, you need to stab it. For her, she's got an image of a spear fisherman spearing it into the ground. And that's how you lock onto it. Then bang, I know I've got it. If she loses her keys or a phone or something, energetically, she stabs it where they are in the ground. And then she goes to where the pole is, where her staff is. That's how she finds them. She anchors, she grounds, she uses the energy to find things. I just put my keys in the same place every time, no problem. Yeah, really. But the thing that we look at is, are you a true choice or are you in a process? Now, the part that I wanted to look at today, if you've got your true choice, when we've got our true choice and we're really going after being a creator and we're getting held up, we're finding we're getting blocked, we begin to start having a look at, well, hold on, what's the unconscious program that's running? And the one I want to look at today is significant others. And I'm looking at, because I've got a couple of clients that are doing this at the moment, and they're not pushing through because of the unconscious belief going inside of them of a significant other may not like it if they achieve. And example of that is, I've got this one guy, he's wanting to take his business above $1 million. Above 80 grand a month. He's pushing to try and hit 100K a month. That's what our aim is. And as he's doing it, he's hitting all sorts of resistance. And we says, okay, who's the significant others that won't like you, that you think you made a meaning, that won't like you achieving 100 grand a month? And he says, oh, there's no one that will worry about it. And I says, well, how would you be with your brothers and your dad? And he says, well, I'll be making way more than what they've ever made. And I says, and how do you feel about that? And it came up, or his sense of belonging then shifts. Who do you think you are comes up. And these are the significant other things that are holding him back, because we've got the three unconscious beliefs that we're always running inside of us. We want to belong, we want to stay safe, and we want to survive. Well, he's still here at the moment, so he survived. Staying safe and keeping himself below a certain ceiling. He was allowed to earn so much, but if he goes beyond that, he's now earning more than his dad ever earned, and he's creating a higher value life where they're buying all these nice cars, they got this nice house. He's all of a sudden doesn't belong in the same old space. It's the same as when I asked the same guy a question, and he goes to meetings, to business groups, and his staff members say, oh, this is Bob, and he's my boss. And he goes, I'm not your boss, we work together. And so taking him to the next level, he's got this significant other wanting to feel like part of family. If he goes to this higher level, he won't be on the ground as much. He won't be as accessible for them all. And so he won't feel like we're all just working together. And so you can see how it holds them back. It's an unconscious program that we do. In another situation, we've got another client that's doing it. Shit, I'm doing that too. And you sabotage yourself. And this is another one where she's trying to get her business up and going, but she's forever falling into places where I've got to go do this. I've got to go do this. I've got this race coming up where I'm running. She does triathlons. So she trains and keeps that side of her life really good. But when it comes to her business, she holds herself back because she's always training. There's nothing wrong with the training. She can do the training fine. But the thing that she comes to when if she thinks that she gets too busy in her work, well, she will have to give up her triathlons. And I said, where have you made that? What's getting you to think that's real. Both can be accepted. And then when you went back down through her programming, through her family, sport was what gave her acknowledgement in life. Her dad left when she was young. The three unconscious beliefs: want to belong, want to feel safe, and want to survive. Well, there's the abandonment there of someone that she loved. And so there's that there. So if the triathlon has taken the place of the dad, it's, oh, I can't give up there because I will lose what I love. I'll lose the beloved. And so there's that running unconsciously in her mindset. Then there's the other part where she had to get a job and work early, and she would just do what people told her to do to survive, not to live, not to do her desire, but she did what she did to survive. And so work in the mind has just been something that you have to do to survive. And then she went, and then what we did is got her to look at her relationships that she had with people, of her partners, because she married, got a couple of kids and things like that. And she found that she would lose the beloved, so she would be doing everything for them to belong. She was wanting to belong. She found a pattern to feel safe. So one of the things that we looked at is, so for you to step up, who is the significant, or what is the significant other, why you won't follow through and pull the trigger and go for it? And she says, well, I don't want to give up my training. I said, okay, that's one. So what does a successful business, are you doing your training? Separate things. How do you have them linked? Well, if I'm busy at work, I won't be able to train. Well, who said that? And I said, that's a meaning that you have put in place because you've always been great at it. So why would you stop? But the meaning there, and it was like giving themselves permission to be able to keep doing the training and the racing and doing the business. Then I said, okay, so what else is there? What other significant others are holding you back? And then it says, well, if I become successful, maybe I don't need to be in this marriage. I went, whoa, what's going on here? Because by not having a career and not being fully in my power, then I stay being the mum, my job's doing that. When we opened into that, and then the energy for the betrayal or for the significant other, why they won't take the action is unconsciously they didn't want to have to be out there on their own. That may happen. It doesn't mean it's going to happen or would happen, but the fear of being on their own and being this powerful being is being held back. And one of the things that we looked at there and what they became aware of is they were putting their work onto their relationship, onto their career, onto their sport. And they couldn't see how they could be all of them all together. When we raveled it and let them unravel it, what they became aware of is they all three can be there at once. But they were the fear of losing the significant other. Well, then I wouldn't be there for my partner, my husband, and doing the work that I need around the house and things like that. And I said, well, you can do things. So you're holding yourself under this ledge. And it's totally unconscious because they think that's how they belong and it's safe there. And so it sabotages them from taking the actions to pull the trigger to do the job they want to do. What they desire, they really want to do it, but they're holding themselves back. And so we look in our life, we look in, there's those two there, then you can look at another one in their health. They won't allow themselves to be a certain body type because the fears and the significant others or the significant thing, what will society say? It's like I saw this lady on Facebook or whatever the other day, and she was in her mid-50s and she'd just won building competitions. And that takes an amazing amount of discipline and training to get themselves at that place. What happens, what I see with certain clients is they won't take the step because they give the energy to significant others of what will others think. If I am allow myself to be fit and lean, then what will others say? And I can even say that on myself. So I don't mind putting myself on the fire here. For me to be 85 kilos was what I was when I used to play rugby, when I was a lot bit light for playing rugby, but that's what I used to be, 85 to 87. For me to be that weight, or first thing I hear in my head is "you're bloody scrawny. Who do you think you are?" And that's my dad talking to me. As a little kid, I was always the run to the litter. I was always scrawny. It's really bizarre because I look at it now and I look back through my lens of my eyes now and I go, I wasn't skinny, I was just lean. And it was just my body type. When I go to look at that, I look at the significant other of that. Even though my dad's been dead for what, 10, 15 years now, the significant other, that energy of I want to belong is still there. As you brought up, oh, you got to eat everything that's on your plate and all that sort of stuff, all those old beliefs. But you don't unconsciously, you don't face that significant other because you will still want to belong and feel safe, and they don't even got to be here anymore. And the funny thing about it is when you look at it, you see you're giving your power to that meaning, to that significant other. You don't give it to the person, you give it to the meaning of what you think that significant other means to you. When you take your power back and you allow yourself to recode it, you'll find it unravels. So if you guys are thinking about this as I'm talking about it, I want you to think in your life where you're not taking action or you're not getting the result that you want because of some significant other. And I want you to look in your life. No one's doing it to you. It's your belief. It's like another guy that had got a business opportunity up in the Sunshine Coast. He lived on the Gold Coast and he didn't want to take it because he worried about his wife. She would miss her friend group. So he was balking at taking this great opportunity because of his wife. And it was the significant other that was stopping him from doing the job, which him doing the job and her being able to go from the Sunshine Coast to the Gold Coast, for those that don't know where it is, it's like a 2.5 hour drive. They were two completely separate issues, but they'd tied them in together. And he thought, he was thinking, and unconsciously he wanted to belong and wanted to keep it safe to move. And then once they cleared the energy on it, they moved and she was quite happy and life went on. But the thing that we got to look at is you've got to be able to name it and see what the significant other, and it can be a person or a thing or a place, it can be anything, where what that holds you back from taking the action that you want to take. So if you look at it and you guys think about it in the moment where you're looking, hey, I'm not doing what I need to do to launch my business, to step through the relationship or be in a different place in our relationship, what we look at is, okay, ask yourself, who's the significant other, or why I don't take action? Where is it that I'm scared of not belonging? And with the guy that I talked about first in the business, once he realized and he changed the meaning of what it means for him to now be earning over 100 grand a month, rather than being, oh, you're not part of it. It's how proud his dad would be of him. And his brothers and sisters will all say, hey, good on you, man. You're really going great guns. And then his colleagues at work, his employees, he moved from a place of needing, his mindset of needing to be part of everything they do, to no, I'm the boss and we're going from here to there. Because he's got another goal that is so huge. It's a brilliant goal that we're going after, that he's going to start in August, of opening up another clinic for something completely different. And I said, until you move that energy, we can't get that one going. And so he's recoding it and making the changes. So when you look at it, where are you not allowing yourself to love yourself fully and do what you want because of a significant other? Oh, yeah, well, I don't want to upset my husband, or I don't want to upset my wife, or I don't want to upset my family members by going off and doing this trip around the world. And so you don't take action. Or where is it that you're not allowing yourself to eat healthy, or stop drinking, or taking drugs, or whatever? I don't think the drug is a problem with you guys, smoking, or whatever it is for you, because of your friend group. Oh, yeah, but everyone else goes out drinking for a wine on a Friday, and if I don't drink, then XYZ. And the other significant others that hold you back from actually doing what you want to do. And it comes down to those three beliefs: surviving, belonging, and being safe. And you look at it and you go, oh, dang, I'm getting caught. And the thing is the first thing, as soon as you see it and you name it, you say it out loud to yourself, what happens is you begin to break it down. Because you've called it out. It's no longer in the shadows, in the darkness. You're now placing light on it. You're placing your awareness on it. You realize this is who your awareness has been being. You have been being this way, keeping yourself at that level. As it unravels, you see the truth. You change your meanings. You change the assumptions. You see the worldview, the definition that holds you from taking action. Maybe you have a belief that, or a worldview that it's not safe to go out on your own. And so long as that you're allowing that to control you, so long as you've got that, so long as you are holding that there's no way you'll go out on your own. So you'll stay with the group, whether it be a family or a little pod, and you hold yourself in that struggle and not satisfied. Yet when you recognize that the world is safe and that you've always got the divine's always got your back, and it's just an unraveling, you then can allow yourself to let go. And it's just the recoding where we go into the tension. We recognize the tension here, and then we allow ourselves to come up into the superconscious. So just allow yourselves here now on whatever you think that significant other is, and there can be a few of them that are holding you down. Notice what the tension is on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being really hard, that's how much it controls you, 0 being nothing. Now allow yourself to step into the superconscious and allow yourself to bring that person or that thing that's holding you back, and allow yourself to sit there, stand there, and face them. Let them know, look into their eyes and let them know how much you love them. And as you look into their eyes, letting them know how much you love them, allow yourself to see and feel how much they love you as a soul, how much they love you. And they only want the best for you. And if you have any fear coming up, you're scared of losing them or letting them go, and they'll say to you, but where can I go? I can only ever be here. I can only ever be me. I can't go anywhere. I can only be this light. I can only be this love. No matter where you are, there we are. And there you go. And let that energy release and allow yourself to recode it. Allow yourself to receive the permission to set yourself free. And if they come with you, they come with you. If they stay, they stay. It's whatever it'll be, whatever it is. And when we go and allow it to be recoded and allow our friend group to untangle Because the funny thing is, all we ever get reflected back is what we believe to be real. There we go. Good. And this is where you just drop into the I am. You just drop into the joy. And ask yourself while you're up there, is there any other significant other that I'm using as an excuse or using that is stopping me from going after what I want? Is it your kids? Is it the bloomin' dog? Is it the cat? Is it the bloomin' postman? What is it? Is there anybody, any other significant other that is stopping you from being all you can be? What meaning is there? And there could be an aspect of yourself where you do not believe you are capable of it. And that could be the significant other that is holding you back, that aspect that has been lying to you. Because if you prove that aspect wrong, then you won't belong with them anymore, with that old identity. Oh, there we go. That's starting to get on a better one. There you go. You're starting to hit it. That's it. Someone's just nailed it. That old identity is that your significant other, that you've only ever been a mum, that you've only ever been a wife, been a partner, not done this, not done that. That's it. They're good. Now allow that to line up and allow the meaning and allowing that to all release. Have you never been that identity that you've never been good enough? You've never been a good enough provider, never been a good enough husband. You're always lacking, blah, 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 whatever story, whatever. There you go. There, all the muck that's coming out. Maybe why you had your dream there, Bloomin' Cheryl, all these dead bodies coming out from underneath the curtain, the guardrails and that, all these skeletons that we have in our closets of where we've been trying to belong, and we're letting them all out. Oh, there's lots of bodies coming out. Just let them all go out, guys. Just allow this to be treated on all levels and lifetimes of bodies, and then all these significant others that you've been hanging on to, maybe past lives, but in this life, genetic patterning, where you fit in a family, where you fit in society, where you fit in the group, where you fit in your being a female or being a male. Where is it? Where does it fit? Just let the whole lot start coming out. Just release it. Let it all come up out of your body. And you'll find you'll be like a little old cork that pops to the top and goes, and you're just up in the light and you go, oh my God, I didn't realize I had all these significant energies holding me down because I wanted to belong. And now you're just seeing it from your eyes, and just allow yourself to see the light through your eyes on who you're being now and who you can be. And not one of them wanted to hold you down or hold you back. It was that you'd made that meaning to it. There you go. Golly, now you're starting to free yourselves up. Now let that energy flow. There you go. And then reassess where your goal is that you're aiming at, and look how clear the pathway is. And these things that you were holding you back, these significant others, are now cheering you, they're championing you on to achieve your goal, to go after what you want. All those old meanings are just falling away. That's better. Good. Now just hit the juice and just allow yourself to be in the joy in yourself, the love. You've popped up to the higher frequency. Like I said with my wife, stab the frequency with your spear so you know how to stay here and get up onto this frequency. And this is your new way of being. Claim it as yours. Claim it as you. Close the door on those old meanings and claim this. There you go. Good. And as you do, yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. But have you ever known in your life what's going to happen? You think you've got an idea what's going to happen. But we know in the creative process, it just unravels. Beautiful. There you go. And just allowing those connections to be made on the conscious level, the unconscious level, the soul level, all levels, lifetimes and bodies, all patterns, all karmic connections, integrating through every cell and molecule in your being, grounding into your knowingness, being filled with courage and light to allow yourself to step through this transition, and remembering that there is always love. The agreement is with yourself and the beloved is your awareness. Your conscious awareness, which has got all the agreement as well. There you go. There. God, it's like you can give yourself permission. Oh, it's just between us. Oh, yeah, sweet. I can do that. Yeah. How you dance with others is how you dance. But here you are. There, I can feel the strength in you and the knowingness in you and being with the beloved. You are home. You are there. Good. And so just before we come down, is there anyone else? Is there any aspect of yourself that needs to come forward? Most of you are pretty good. I'm just checking to make sure. Is there anyone else? Any aspect of yourself? Your little child, your adolescence, your sister, your brother, anybody else? Significant other that you use as an excuse why you do not step forward. Any other significant other? It's funny, I'm getting a blooming dog coming in. Who's got a little dog that they won't take action? We can't go away on holiday because we got a dog. Damn it. It's funny, it's like a little bloody cocker spaniel looking thing. And it's the symbol, and that's just a symbol. It's not someone's dog. Someone may have a dog like that, but it's the symbol of you, the significant other of why you don't take your step is because I can't do that. I can't go away for this period of time because I'll be leaving this behind. Who's going to take care of that? And that's your significant other. There you go. And know that its journey will be its journey and it'll be perfect. There you go. Allow yourself to hand it over to the divine, because it could start off as a dog, then it's this, then it's that, then there'll always be a reason. So the energy that's coming through here is getting left behind, leaving something behind. For you to be in this higher frequency, there is a sacrifice, and the sacrifice is the old frequency. And that's what you leave behind. That's what you close the door on. Doesn't mean you don't have memories of it and things like that, but you close the door on it, no longer controls you. So the way you close the door, if you're having trouble with it, is go, thank you, I love you. Thank you for your, and blessings, just thank you and bless you for your teachings and your journey with me. The energy is now moving me to the new level. You've been a great friend. I appreciate everything that you've ever done for me. I appreciate you. Blessings, and then close the door with love. Good. It's better. Now, as you look out into the light on where you're going, you may not see or know what you need to do next. Know it will come to you. Good. Good. You should feel lighter and liberated to just go out and take action. And away, so just allow yourself to come back now. Just come back into your body. And a way that you'll tend to find this happens is it's like, it just doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what family members mean. It doesn't matter what they say. You're doing it because that's what you're going after, because you're in love with yourself to achieve that goal because it's important to you, because you love it. Now, you can take others with you. It's not a problem. And it can involve others. But it's because you love it and you are doing it for you. And it's your heartfelt desire. It's important to you, and that's enough. There you go. That's better. And if you feel alone or you're not sure what it is, know that you'll pick up friends along the way. That's all that a stranger is. They're just a friend you haven't met yet. And know that you will be guided to the right people and right situations. That's better. There you go. And you just let go and let it flow. Let go and let it flow. Awesome. Cool, guys. That feels good. You feel nice. You feel nice and yumbo-ish.